Hello, this is Frontline here. Welcome to another episode on the Craftaway realm. In the last episode, we finished the thing right behind us. This is Ghost Ships, a ride I worked on that runs all the way underground. It's a nice little boat ride that I won't really spoil anything right now. In future videos, I might end up talking about it a little bit more in depth. I'm not going to talk about it all the time though, but the idea is you should watch that video if you haven't already. It is a longer video than I normally do, but it is a really interesting one to make. I tried to do my best to not spoil anything until the end. I'm certain that I did drop small hints as to what was going to be built in the final product. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, check out episode 23 of Craftaway. But in 24 Craftaway, which is this episode, we are going to be doing some of the minor details in the gaming district. And when I say minor details, I mean kind of filling in the gaps that are around here. You may notice that I actually did do a little bit of terraforming. Originally, this area right here dipped into the cliffside, or I think it was somewhere around here. So this area kind of like dipped backward, where basically around here, this part was elevated, but this part was lower. I built up the grass. You can probably see if I dig away some of it over here. Yeah, this is the part that was actually like dug or built up. It was like a little bit lower. I want this area to be more flat, just so that the block lag is really terrible today. Okay, so I wanted to build this area up so that I would be able to build like different stands and things, because my idea of the gaming district is going to be that it's going to be kind of a mix between a carnival and a theme park. Obviously, the things I've done so far are very theme park like. I got a ride, I've got a mini game. They're all in like very official buildings and stuff. But yeah, we're going to try and build stands. I have an idea for what I'm going to do. I gathered a little bit of sand and gravel so we can make some concrete for that. Later on in the episode as well, we are going to work on this area right here. This is a restaurant that we're going to build, and there's going to be seating right next to where the line is for the Ghost Ships ride. So that's going to be kind of cool. I want it to look cool so that you're able to see the actual ride line. And honestly, I do like the look of this. The look of this needs to match. It needs to be really awesome to invite people towards the area in there. But anyway, let's actually start building things. We're probably going to build the stands before we do the restaurant, so let's get cracking on that project. I have gathered some materials. I also actually inputted a path leading to and from, well, I guess not really to the exit, but normally when you're leaving the exit, at least there's a path now there. I've also added a path right to the beginning of the restaurant, the entrance to the restaurant. Not, I keep messing up my words today, but I'm going to try and fix that. So yeah, the whole entire path is done. I added like a little bit of wood planks kind of coming out of this place. I might also do the same for the exit. I'm not sure. I just kind of wanted the paths to be more varied, like not directly go into it too much, but just have like a nice little lead in with the different variety of blocks there. But anyway, right now we are going to be working on this area. As you can see, I've also done another thing. I've extended these paths. They don't meet up at the moment. I'm going to have to fix that at some point. I'm going to try and get them together, and the path is obviously going to lead on top of here. A mini game on top of here is going to be kind of difficult. The path kind of leads itself into going that way. Heck, there could even be a path leading off this way. I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what people build and how they build it. So let's actually build this area here. So we're going to be kind of trying to get this place all nice and good, and like basically try and fill in the area. I am going to try and probably have like paths kind of leading around here with like the path blocks, and maybe vary in some like other stuff like spruce wood and all that. But what this is going to basically be is a stand that people are able to go up to. Some might be selling food, some might end up be selling, or well, basically having small tiny games inside of them, like knocking over bottles and stuff. I have no idea how that will work in Minecraft, trying to create a tiny mini game like that, but we'll have to figure out exactly how that works. Also, you can see that phantoms are in the game now. In Bedrock, they're a little bit glitchy in the fact that they don't attack you. They just kind of hover over you and look intimidating. But man, do they not do anything. It's one of the most anticlimactic implementations of a feature I've seen in a while. So even like when the game released, it was actually kind of funny. It's like it said, "Oh, there's like this bug we know about, but we're still going to release it." It's like, man, I'm kind of surprised that. Whatever, I'm ranting. So let's continue on building this whole entire thing, shall we? It's going to have like the oak fences right here running around the side. There's going to be that there. I do not have my X on my inventory at the moment, but you can kind of see I'm going to also make different colors of these stands. This one's just a red one for the purposes of having it be like the first one built here. I gotta make myself one more little thing of fence here. We are going to have like a fence gate. I think that this is like a good design for the whole entire area. You can have that there. You're able to just stand inside of the stand and be able to man it like this. I see one problem. I didn't catch it before, but I caught it now. But yeah, we can have like item frames on the back or something, like actually have a like signs labeling what this thing is. Again, it's more just to give a little bit of life. They're not going to be very functional, but I just kind of wanted to come up with my own design for this whole entire thing. I might have been inspired a little bit by some of the shops in the spawn town on Craftaway, but I think that at least the shape of this does look a little bit different. I guess you could also jump into the stand like that, but yeah. I'm going to build a little bit more of these, construct the path, and I'll show you a little bit more progress on that later on here. I do technically have all the stalls built right now. They don't have anything in them, but that's not actually the purpose of this clip at the moment, because I'm pretty sure I haven't actually mentioned what this block here is. This block here is, if you dig straight down from this position right here that I'm standing on, this is actually the exact corner of where the Ghost Ship ride ends. So when you're going down through the corridor all the way, like doing your loop-de-loops and stuff, this is the cave where the ghosts are kind of around and stuff, and all that kind of thing. So I just kind of wanted to mark it so that I could know, hey, okay, what areas do I want to build on top of? Because that's kind of the reason why I'm building a lot of stuff in this area, is just a convenience for other players. They don't have to worry about like any other land. They don't have to be all like, oh, I want to build a giant basement for my mini game, and I don't want to worry about where the ghost ships is, so I don't really know where that is. It's actually right here. I'm not going to leave this block here, of course, but I'm building on top of all the land that it's actually encompassing, or at least most of it anyway. I guess there's technically this sliver of land here that you would be interfering a little bit with the borderline if you built it here. But yeah, it's like I'm just trying to get all the stands and stuff, the restaurant, the strip, all of that's kind of in a nice condensed area for that particular reason, if you're curious onto why I was building so much in this nice little square plot. What we have right here is a work in progress. And it's going to continue that way until the end of the episode, mostly because I don't have very much time in this episode to try and play with it a little bit more. I played a lot today. I've actually been working on this for a solid 2 hours now, and this is what I've come up with. So when it comes down to it, we have 2 mini games and 2 shops. The shops, I actually don't know what they're going to sell. I mean, they're not actual shops. They're more like stalls. So it's like you just kind of walk up to them and then they have like different stuff. The payments on this side, the actual product is on this side. There will be item frames and stuff, all that kind of cool stuff. But let's get into the like fun things. These are the only two mini games I was able to think of. I mean, there's probably more ideas that can be placed elsewhere, but for this, we basically have this basic mini game right here, and the other one we'll just go at them one at a time right here. Do you have what it takes to be a fishing freak champion? Find out now. All you have to do is light up the two lights in front of you. All you have to do is light up two of the lights in front of you. I read that wrong. I was like, did I mess that up? No, I didn't. I just read it wrong. So to play this game, put in a payment of a diamond into the chest on the left. Then take the fishing rod from the iron frame. If you can use the rod to light up two of the lamps at the same time within 3 tries, you win. Take your prize from the chest on the right and enjoy the rest of your day, fishing freak champion. We'll see if we're able to do this. This is a really hard minigame, like a lot harder than I was like anticipating it was going to be, because to get them on 2 pressure plates is a lot harder than you might think. So when you do it, you can light up 2 pressure plates at once, but it doesn't stay on. And if the pressure plates don't stay on, I don't think it should count. So right there, we actually were able to do it in 3 tries, which is kind of impressive, but we also had a little bit of practice before the round. But sometimes, like if you're at like a certain angle, it's able to light up like both of them, but it like slides. It like goes from one to the next, and I guess I'm not able to replicate it right now, but I remember like when I was testing this mini game, I was like, it has to be possible to land it between them. It's like I am landing on both the pressure plates, but for some reason it's just like sliding off the second one. But yeah, apparently that's not happening right now. The rod is enchanted. It has mending and unbreaking, just so that I'm able to deal with that. There's a lot of like unused fishing rods I was able to get like from my storage system and other places on the realm. Fishing rods are really easy to get, even like they come with mending if you fish them out of the water. So yeah, that was very simple. We didn't pay anything, but if we would have gotten the prize. Still to be determined. I will create the prizes in the next episode. But basically how the redstone works is very simple. Just like the pressure plates are right here. Redstone appears into blocks, making it so that only when one of the pressure plates is active, it activates one of these redstone lamps. But anyway, let's continue on to this game. You can see that there's a little pit, but that's going to be explained later. So let's just read the rules first, and then we can go on to that. So, some have said that Poseidon is the only one who can master the power of the trident. But that was before they were added into Minecraft. So, to play this minigame, you must pay 1 diamond into the payment chest on the left. Next, take your trident. You get 4 throws at the 2 buttons. If you manage to get all 3 lights lit up at the same time, you have won this trident minigame. Collect your prize on the right and enjoy the rest of your day in Craft-A-Play. So yeah, it's a very basic idea, but I needed to add actually quite a bit of more redstone than I was anticipating, due to the fact that it's just impossible to do it otherwise. So let me take the trident and kind of show you guys. So this one has unbreaking, loyalty, and mending. It needs loyalty to make the game work correctly. It did make me lose a little bit of levels, but still, it's like we have a bunch of tridents, so it's not that hard to enchant them. And all I had to do is just like get a mending book. So that was all. And now what we are able to do with this guy is when we do it, it comes back to us pretty quickly, but even with the quickest reaction, it's not possible to get all 3 lit up at the same time. And believe me, I tried really hard in my testing world to actually get this thing all good, and it's like it was literally impossible for me to get that. So I actually created this whole entire redstone area down here, and oh boy, was this a harder problem to tackle than I thought, but I loved doing this redstone. It was like, oh man, I need it to be compact, I need it to be under the ground, and I don't really want it to be that large. It ended up being a lot larger than I wanted it to be, but that's alright. So the idea is that with the droppers here, the droppers here. So let me just break away this block. You can see that there's two droppers, each leading into the other. This dropper is facing into this one is facing into this one. When you hit the button, this redstone... What is up with the redstone here? I think there's a little bit of a redstone glitch at the moment. So if you have it there, you can see that the dust is supposed to be lit up. It's acting as though the dust is lit up because the torches were off, but for some reason you couldn't see that they're on. So ignoring that, when you press the button, it activates this torch because it's inverted. The block moves out forward. So yeah, that's how that works. The item moves here. It's detected here, and the signal is able to turn off here so that this redstone lights up. It lights up two of them at the same time. So no matter what, whenever you press a button, this middle one lights up. It's just a matter of whichever button activates one of the outside lamps. So that is able to go there. When the item is in this dropper, the redstone just automatically makes it so that this thing turns on. After, once it goes through, this torch is a separate circuit. It's delayed so that there's 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 4 ticks, and 1 tick. That's the idealized duration that I came up with. So it's able to go through the entire cycle. It's mirrored on both sides. Once this repeater activates, it powers this block, activating the dropper, moving it back. It's basically a very glorified pulse extender that I have a lot more control over. I experimented with using comparator. What I literally just used the term 2 seconds ago. Come on, how am I forgetting what a pulse extender is called? Okay, that a pulse extender. So comparator pulse extenders are too long. It makes the game way too easy. With this, I'm able to basically do it to the tick. I'm able to decide how much delay it is to a point so that when you do it, you are able to do both of them. I have been practicing, so it's going to be harder for other people to be able to master it. Apparently, I didn't do it quite right then, but I'm able to do that and that. Nope, that wasn't quick enough. I gotta be quicker than that. And then, how am I failing right now? I'm on camera. That's the reason why I'm failing this much. It's possible. I've done it before. I know this is possible, but obviously I'm not able to do it. It's supposed to be hard enough that no one will be able to do it on first try. There we go. We were able to do it there. It's hard enough that people won't be able to do it on their first try, but not impossible enough that no one is able to do it. So we were able to do it there. That was actually a pretty good run. And yeah, I'm going to disassemble this demonstration here. I also need to fill in the ground here. I realized that if I place blocks here, it's actually going to create a redstone clock, so I need transparent blocks to be right here. Well, I was thinking of using path blocks, but obviously that kind of ruins the effect. I'm going to figure something out. I'm probably just going to use spruce half slabs or something and be able to fill that area in. This part will be all tidied up eventually, but we've already spent too much time on these stalls out here, and we need to start on this restaurant. This restaurant is the last thing we're going to do. It is not going to take long. I already have a design in mind for the thing. I haven't designed the kitchen yet, but I have designed the rest of the restaurant. So hopefully that'll end up quite good. I'll build the actual outside of this place, and then we'll hopefully be able to finish off the episode eating something in the restaurant, or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll just eat some of my steak that I have on my hand. Everything, as is pretty much everything in this episode so far actually, is subject to change. Pretty much I didn't have too much time to finish what I was building, but I wanted to at least make working models. So as you can see, back here, I had working models of these mini games. I wanted to really create a nice little experience there that maybe it'll be decorated a little bit different, maybe something else will happen, but the general idea is going to be the same. Right here, This is the Ghost Pirate Parlor. The name is going to stick. I actually really like the name of this, as well as like the flags and stuff on the outside. The inside, I also really like, but of course, it is subject to changes that I might deem. So, depending on how you guys like this whole entire area, this is what the Ghost Pirate Parlor is. You're able to go into ghost ships, basically. They're birch boats, so like they're the lightest color you can get. They almost kind of look like they're ghost ships, but you know, you kind of have to use your imagination. You're able to actually sit at your seats, which is something I really wanted. I like the ability for you to be able to sit at your seats. Apparently, you can also trade seats if you feel like it. Like, hey, I don't want to be in that seat. I want to be in this one. No, I'm actually going to go into this seat. No, I'll keep trading around, do all that kind of stuff. It's definitely, you're able to just kind of go all around the place. But anyway, we've got a nice little red carpet here. I don't think that there's any other place in the ride that has a red carpet, but I kind of thought it fit here for some reason. Just like the redness kind of fits the pirate theme. I don't know why I think that, but I do think that actually kind of adds to it. Over here, this is actually a picture spot. So although we had like the ending of the ride on the other side of the wall here that I did take a picture of and have a postcard for, this area here actually is like an official picture spot. Like you can sit in the boat, like you have like the one pirate in the corner dabbing, and then you have one. Actually, I haven't finished this yet. Oh man, I can't believe I only just now caught that. Is that this guy should be holding a sword. So yeah, the other guy, he's like out like that. Yeah, that's much better. So now he actually looks a little bit more like a pirate. But yeah, you can actually have a second guest in this boat as well. It's turned at an angle so you're able to see both people. For some strange reason, if you're in the back of the boat, like and you're facing forward, your character looks like it's facing like that direction. So you actually have to be facing like here for your character's head to be facing forward. It's a little weird, it's a little quirky, but it's how it is. So yeah, this restaurant has no food at the moment, but it does have a kitchen. It's probably going to be primarily cakes, and I guess in these chests here I could fill it up with other kinds of foods. Like I can go out and be all like, hey, here's your appetizer of potatoes and carrots, and you know, that kind of thing. And I even have like a giant furnace array here in the back. I mean, it's basically just a bunch of empty furnaces, but you know, it looks cool. It looks as though it's like a giant oven type of thing that people are actually like cooking a lot of stuff by hand back here instead of, well, not actually doing that because there's no food back here or anything. There are axes on the wall. It's the closest I can have to like a cutting knife or anything. I mean, I guess a sword kind of looks like a knife, but at the same time, it doesn't seem quite right in my opinion. Like I think the axes look a little bit closer to what a kitchen tool would be. But yeah, that's pretty much this whole entire area back here. It's a nice place. Of course, I didn't have much time to finish. Unfortunately, it was Labor Day weekend. I was spending time with family, and I just was not really able to spend too much time on this episode of Craftaway. But trust me, the next episode will have a lot more time dedicated to it. I will finish off these stands here. I will create the entrance to the gaming district. Oh, we forgot to do one thing in the restaurant. We need to go back in there. So over here, I am eating food in a restaurant. Bam, I am the restaurant's first customer having a nice little piece of beef here. And yeah, that was a completely useless tangent. So in the next episode, we are going to be building the giant structure over there. Well, it's not going to be giant. It's not as big as these guys, but it is going to be the grand entrance into the gaming district. The portal is going to be moved a little bit, not much, but it's going to be bigger, going to be better. There's going to be a wall here just so that no mobs can go into the gaming district and ruin things. We don't want any creeper explosions or anything. I'm going to do something with this area. I think it's going to be a picnic area or something. That's my idea, at least. It could turn into something different, but yeah, nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm kind of sorry that it was a little bit short. I mean, I don't think that it's short in length, but yeah, we didn't really do too much. I'm hoping you guys did enjoy the ideas for the mini games. Please leave suggestions as to what else I can have in these stands, like for example, what kinds of food I could sell here. Maybe it's just a souvenir stand, like what can I have is different souvenirs that people can buy here. I am very much open to suggestions, including what the prizes should be. I have not decided what the prizes are actually going to be for both of those mini games. But yeah, before I start rambling myself to death, let me just say thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.